You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 266.
266. Wow, man. I'm Ralph Cobain because I'm feeling like Teen Spirit today because my Nirvana hoodie.
Talk about it. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated, the podcast. Twitter, X is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually on the Mind of Ralph across the social media platforms.
Or on X, I'm JON2_B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Round of applause, man.
Yeah, round of applause.
We bite another week, man.
Man, fuck all that. How you doing? Don't try and slow. Don't try to hit the curve.
I got
you gonna try. Nah, fuck all that.
Of course,
Fuck all that. What we talking? What we doing?
Hey man, look. All right. So as of this recording, yesterday was my birthday. So round of applause, gunshots, all of the things, right? All of the things. No, man. Celebrated my 37th birthday.
Yes, sir.
Listen, man, I'm the type of person, I don't really like to do a lot, like all the like it's cool, but I like to be real reflective on my birthday. But shout out to my fiance, man. She convinced me to actually do something. And we had this conversation last week about birthdays falling on the weekend.
Yeah, you gotta maximize
it's obligatory to just be out.
Do something.
Gotta be
something.
outside. And yeah, I was outside.
Yeah.
So no, it was fun. Shout out to my brother Ralph and his lovely wife Anna and all my friends that came out to chill with me and hang out, man.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah, man, it was a good time. So listen, I went a little bit harder than I expected, and we still here to give you the content. But hey,
absolutely.
I may struggle just a tad. So listeners, bear with me today. Bear with me.
Absolutely.
Just bear with me. But overall, great birthday, man. I really enjoyed it. I had a mix of relaxation, got a chance to hang out with my mom for a minute. Yeah, man, just 37.
I know, and I love it, man. I was just like, nah, bro invited me to his birthday soiree. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I gotta make sure I pull up because me and bro really we only kick it on the pod.
It's true.
It's
true.
That's why our relationship is now. And I mean, I'm not saying anything's wrong, but I was just like, nah, this is a milestone for bro. Just another year of life and celebration. So whatever you want to do, I'm there with you, bro. I was gonna pull up for sure. So now I'm happy you had a great time.
I did.
Because you were trying to like,
look, hey man,
doing the whole time like, bro, you gotta be more enthused.
Look,
man. I don't know.
So I don't know, man. I was. So first of all, I was happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was happy. All my friends came. Like we were genuinely kicking it.
Yep.
And it's just like at a point I really like took a step back and was just like, wow, like all of y'all are here for me. Like I'm not really used to that type of thing, is what I'm saying. Okay. And maybe that's a self-imposed thing. I don't know, but it's just grateful, just grateful. I guess that's the word I was looking for. Just grateful, man. Just grateful. That's all. So we here. So how you feel?
I don't know, man. It's not good over here, bro. I'm just trying to make sure I had that energy for other people because it ain't good for me. Like, first of all, let's talk about the tornadoes we had to survive on Friday, which is crazy. So it's a regional holiday, 314 day for those in the St. Louis area.
Mm-hmm.
So it's parties, it's festivals, it's that all day. But around 6:00 p.m., I was off work. I went to the gym, checked in with the wife. I was about to hit the streets,
Mm-hmm.
and then it got dark.
Literally
dark. Like so they said tornadoes hit. Like it was crazy. Like luckily for me in my neighborhood, in my little village where I live, like we was okay. Like the power went out for like an hour, but like the hail, it got kind of rough.
Yeah,
it was rough.
nasty
It was real rough outside. But niggas was still outside, Nina popping. Niggas still niggas pulled up to see Shorty the Prince do Wop Wop Wow for the 1,000th time.
Hey man,
Niggas went to see Crime Mob with Diamond and Princess. Only them two. Not the other. We don't care about the guys, I guess. That's what's up. But it's
because who really know they verses?
Oh, that is
Did I lie?
I'm sitting there thinking too hard. So yeah, you're right. Like if I got serious think like
facts.
But it's crazy though. Like I was like, people was just like, hey, we outside. I can see if I was outside in it, but like willingly be on some Twister shit. Like I'm just like, for the turn up. Like you know how crazy hey bro, we got problems. We got problems.
I guess my whole thing is the concert did start. Well, I don't know. I think it started before it got like super bad. Yeah. But knowing that it was coming, and then people still like, oh no, I'm outside. We in the spot. I don't because they actually had to. They stopped the concert for a period of time because it was so bad. No, I didn't go.
Oh, okay.
Glenn was there.
Okay.
But so that they actually had to stop, for safety reasons, just in case things got like super bad. So they stopped it for about an hour and a half, and then picked right back up.
It's like it made me feel like I was crazy for being at home.
Look, more power to you.
I know, man, but maybe that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm an old nigga. Like, no, it's not even old niggas. Old niggas was out too. Like everybody was out.
No, when they say the city was out. And not just in one location. Like I'm talking multiple locations throughout St. Louis had a lot of different events going on for 314 Day, man. They really be turning up.
It shows that when people are dedicated to something, people go come out and you can say it was money driven because it was an event I was supposed to go to, but it was like I know part of an organization, but if they had already paid deposits, that type of stuff was like, hey, the party must go on.
Real talk.
So I don't know. And then outside of government stuff, saying like, hey, I've been paying attention to a lot of them headlines or just watching exposés on it. And we averted another government shutdown, but that is like if the government was shut down, I would go to work tomorrow and not get paid for it. Mm-hmm. So hopefully in 2 weeks they would have figured it out, and I can get paid on time.
Yeah,
but when in this economy, when you talking about withholding money,
yeah, it's not.
I'm overqualified to get a part-time job. They won't let me. Trust me, I tried. Hey, bro, I don't think I told you the story, bro. So I don't mind, going to get extra bread. I'm just like that. That's me. If I need to go get it,
yeah, for sure.
So I applied for a seasonal job. Why they say it though?
Damn.
Hold on.
A seasonal, bro. When you
seasonal,
know you need the extra
like
work.
you put this on your website, and I went through an interview, and it's a no. What did I do?
That's crazy.
I'm overqualified to pick up boxes.
For seasonal work, this is not even something that,
bro. I knew we was cooked. I knew I was cooked. I like this job market cooked. If I can't get a seasonal job, they was like, oh no, he has a good job. He's not gonna work here.
That's crazy.
I
had something like that happen before. A couple years ago, I tried to get a holiday job at GameStop.
Uh-huh.
I sat down for the interview. Honestly, I thought it was going really well. I talked about all my pop culture references. I'm going to conventions and all this kind of stuff. And she's like, okay.
You be able to relate to the customer.
Yeah,
that type shit.
Yeah, I'll be in touch with you. I still ain't heard back from you.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, I feel you.
I'm trying to figure out why GameStop is still open.
So it's not just the physical game media. It's like all the.
I know they had to pivot.
Yeah,
like, I ain't been to game. Listen, bro, I ain't been to GameStop in 20 years. So you tell me. But I'm just saying, like when they started like pretty much fucking no Vaseline with them games, I stopped going.
It's
like I was
different.
like, I am good
It's
on y'all. I'd rather trade the game with somebody than
No,
go in there and let y'all willingly play in my face like that.
But what's crazy because of, at least for me personally,
Yeah.
because of that, I only get my games digitally now. Like I
And
don't even cop the physical copy.
And that was the other reason too. I was like, well, all the game, like they make 2 terabyte PlayStations.
Yeah.
So it's like I can download it. So why do I need you, middleman? I can get it directly from Rockstar Games or whoever's selling it.
It's true. It's true.
Or the PlayStation Store. I ain't played games in a minute, so I don't know how these things work.
Speaking of GTA 6 come out this year.
You sure?
Yeah. Listen, Rockstar keep, like, they announced it a year ago with the trailer, and every update is that it's coming out. I want to say September of this year, either September, October, one of them. So they keep it's on track to come out. Now the real thing about it is what's the price gonna be? Because
listen, that game be $100. I guarantee you, people will pay for it.
That
might be the first $100 game.
Like, yeah.
No, listen. I know. Listen, I ain't played games in a long time, but I know what the magic that Grand Theft Auto can bring. So if you told me it was $100, I'm paying it. No, like without hesitation.
Absolutely. Now I might actually buy that hard copy game. Now
you might have to. They might take it off the internet.
No,
they might take it back.
That's real. No, that's real. So yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Other than that, I guess it's all right. I guess.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, let's get to it. Off the dome.
Off the dome.
I got one for you. Kind of it's a music question for sure, but this is what kind of sparked it. So Tory Lanez dropped a new album, right? And he's incarcerated.
Yeah.
Went #1 and everything on iTunes, I believe.
That's what's up.
I remember seeing that headline, so I didn't misquote anything, but the idea that an incarcerated rapper, singer, whoever, can for one garner a #1 album behind prison walls is actually pretty astonishing, no matter what he did, right? But do you think there's another artist, and I'll give you kind of a list of few people that may be able to do something like this,
okay,
if they were to drop an incarcerated album, or maybe like when they first get out, we out here now. So let me see here. I got C Murder, who's still in jail, Casanova, Max B, Mystical, YFN Lucci, Lil Durk, and then Diddy.
So you're asking if any of these individuals?
Do you think any of those individuals? Trust me, that's the best of the best. That's the best. Trust me.
Tell me the last 3 again.
YFN Lucci, Lil Durk, and then Diddy. What you know about whatever you may know or about these artists?
I think the one. So as of today, the one person from that list that I think could get a #1 while in jail is Lil Durk.
Okay.
Is Lil Durk. I think Lil Durk has big enough of a following that his core listeners are clearly going to listen to it. And I like some of Durk's music. So to hear his perspective of a person that's currently in jail with the type of music that he makes, I would be interested in listening to something like that. Yeah. And I imagine that can be extrapolated across the culture, right?
Yeah.
So I can see Lil Durk knowing that. Diddy,
Nah, Diddy requires so much.
Yeah.
Like he don't write his own lyrics, so that kind of kicks him out the.
Yeah.
And then him kind of being a pariah too. I'm not sure where he go get his production from. Like I don't know who's really holding him down industry wise.
Right.
But if I had to answer my own question off of these artists, I'm probably gonna go Max B.
Okay.
And him kind of being with Jim Jones during that pivotal time where Jim was trying to figure himself out as an artist. And then, honestly, I think if you ask anybody from New York, they say Max B was the one that kind of birthed that style that Jim kind of popularized. So, and then the fact that we still talk about Max B and he's been in prison for at least 10 to 15 years, maybe 15. Like he's been in jail for a long time. So, and he has deep roots with a lot of people that would probably want to see him make a successful album.
Yeah.
So I think whenever Max B does get out of prison, if it's in a well enough time frame, I think, I'm not saying #1, but I think that album will be definitely impactful because like he has collaboration with Future and he's been in prison. He has collaboration with Jim Jones. He's on the Tory Lanez project. That's what made me kind of spark this question. So if he's still doing that now,
that
kind of, and then him being from New York, I think that will kind of bring something back for them.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like when they fall. Like imagine if he was ahead of a movement and it got cut off, and then he's out of prison. He can start back anew. Like now, granted, he's older, but he can still be around for the youngest to kind of catch something.
Right. No, that's dope. I like that. And plus, with him being from New York, like if nothing or nobody else, they gonna rally around that. Like
my point,
like
exactly.
easily. So
my point, exactly.
I feel that. I got you. That's what's up. All right. So for my off the dome, so follow me, right? In 2025, there are way too many forms to consume media, right? I'm talking streaming services, YouTube, just everywhere, TikTok, Instagram, like everywhere you can consume media, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's difficult to decide what we want to consume, what we want to watch, or anything like that. So I just want to ask, can you think of the most random thing that you've ever watched on any type of media? It could be a TV show, it could be a YouTube video, it could be a short. Like, what's the most random thing that you pulled up to watch?
Oh man, I damn near watched the whole movie on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Remember the Titans had me in a chokehold for a second.
That's great.
Like I ain't never seen it before. It's like they just put new captions on it. Like like I've seen this film a million times. I watched the New Edition biopic on TikTok. Like it's like you'll watch one clip of New Edition and it'd be like the real New Edition. Yeah. And then you click this and then it'd be like them niggas from Can You Stay in the Rain, like the movie scene. And it's like, why am I watching this? Now I want to see the film. And it's in parts. Like, why am I doing this to myself? So I think that's the most random thing. Watching movies willingly on TikTok when I could just go stream the shit. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy.
That's hilarious. For me, so a few years ago, and I don't know why I did this, but I'll never forget. It was a weekend. I couldn't sleep, so I was just up in the bed, in the bed doing nothing. Right. So I decided to turn the TV on, and for whatever reason, the keynote speaker. That's the keynote address that Steve Jobs did in 2007 to announce the original iPhone popped up on my algorithm on YouTube. So I just decided to watch it. And seeing how advanced, I guess, iPhones have become since the very first one, because the very first iPhone didn't even have like internet connectivity. Like it was crazy. So just being able to see something that has been so revolutionary, just not even in the tech industry, just in general, in human history. So just to see like how that came about, to see the keynote address when it was first announced, like that's something that's always going to be ingrained in my brain now, just because I decided to watch it at that random night. And it's crazy. It was that was 2007. This is almost 20 years ago. Almost 20 years ago that the first iPhone came out. So
that is insane.
just random media, man.
Yeah.
Random.
Yeah. They put and I was like, why am I watching a clipped up movie? This is crazy.
Yeah.
But now, people, that was off the dome. Give me an incarcerated rapper that you think can drop a number one.
Yep. And then what's the most random piece of media that you ever watched? Let us know.
OS Gang, what's happening? Family and kinfolk. We got a few topics here on the OS news docket for the week, but first start here, man. Drake is rumored, Aubrey Drake Graham, that is, he is rumored to be performing at the FIFA 2026 World Cup, which will be in New York City, for those that may need to know that tidbit of information. But what do you think about Drake being a rumored halftime performer for the FIFA World Cup?
I mean, I think it's dope.
Yeah.
Now, the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup, is probably the biggest global sporting event.
No, it's not probably. Just take probably off.
The FIFA World Cup is the biggest consumed sporting event in the world.
Facts. Yeah.
So, and wait, this is 2026.
Yeah, 2026.
2026. So, and like Ralph mentioned, so it'll be in New York, but I think they're going to have it at different spots, like throughout the country.
But I'm sorry, but the final will be in New York.
So the final is going to be in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think it's dope. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's dope that Drake has been, or rumored that Drake is gonna be
The halftime
tapped
performance.
to perform at halftime.
Mhm.
And I don't know if I should get to this soon, but do you think it'll be a good performance?
I don't know. People will probably say, "I'm a like." I don't view Drake as a good performer.
And so
like he got the like. Listen, this is not an indictment of his songs,
right.
Because we can say this like, and I don't want to bring up Kendrick, but they so
I know, I was trying
synonymous
not to
at this
too. I
point.
know, I was
It's
trying
like
not
it's
to.
kind of like Kendrick may not have the quote unquote slaps that Drake does, but Kendrick can perform better than him.
Absolutely.
Okay, Drake has the clear cut slaps that all y'all want to hear, but trust me,
He
cannot perform.
Listen, you've seen Drake in concert,
I've seen
right?
Drake before.
And I saw him when him and J. Cole came to St. Louis last year or the year before, whichever one.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, again, Drake Drake has the slaps. He has at least 15 years worth of slaps, spanning
for sure.
years, eras, genres, everything. He got the slaps.
Mm-hmm.
He does not deliver them well. He does not perform these songs well. And even the clips that I've seen from his most recent tour in Australia, not the best.
It's more so like, I mean, sometimes crowd participation does matter,
Mhm.
but I think he's relying on crowd participation too much.
Absolutely.
I never seen a Drake performance and I was wowed.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard rap performances from him that I've been wowed, or music that he's made and been wowed. But I'm talking about the actual performance of the art.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Drake can have that. And then now we're talking about putting hip hop on a global scale when we had those conversations about Kendrick. So what does the catalog look like?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody says Drake is this big global star, and I'm not here to debate that.
Mm-hmm.
But then some of his shows get canceled in Australia. It wasn't because of lack of ticket sales. It was just a logistic problem on his behalf. But stars don't make those issues. Like
you
listen,
you have a team of people that only work on logistics of touring,
yes.
like knowing
and
the dates, what's going on in those
being
seats. Like,
Drake are supposed. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's just like you being Drake, you are supposed to have the top of the top, the creme de la creme of those types of people. You don't hear this about Beyonce. You don't hear this about Taylor Swift. You don't hear that. These are the people that you are in conversations with.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't hear that about them in those tours.
Yeah, agreed. I agree.
But are we going to have the same fair critiques that we were having about Kendrick when it came to the Super Bowl?
Of course not.
Okay.
Of course.
Because I mean, Drake is the biggest star, the global star. Okay. What songs does he perform in front of a majority crowd that doesn't care for hip hop? No, I know the songs. I'm just saying
what's the name of the dance album? Because that's what we gonna get.
Honestly,
never mind. Because that's what we gonna get. Nah, granted, it's some slaps on there. I liked that album, but that's what we getting. That's what we gonna get.
And the thing is, right? Drake fans love numbers, right? Oh, the FIFA World Cup, that's bigger than the Super Bowl. Oh, we over the Kendrick niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
and that's
I'm gonna keep the thou out. Yeah. Go on, say it. Finish it.
Like it's good. It's cool, but it's not going to be enough.
The reason why I feel like a lot of hypocrisy jumps out with this shit because we love the Super Bowl. We was gonna watch the Super Bowl regardless of who the fuck was gonna perform.
Facts.
Now you trying to get us this fake claim that we want to watch the World Cup because Drake is performing. Get the fuck out of here. Like, this is the thing about us in the culture, right? We're xenophobic too. We don't care about that shit unless the United States is in there. Like, listen,
That's
bro.
it.
Listen, when it comes to tennis, Johnny is a real tennis fan.
It's true. Unless
Coco Golf or somebody from the United States make it to the Wimbledon final, I can kill two fucks who's in there. And I'm a casual fan, but I don't know nothing about soccer.
Yeah.
So what's and FIFA is a team country for your country.
Yeah.
Your countrymen.
Yeah.
United States don't be beating niggas like that in soccer.
FIFA. at all.
At all.
At all.
So what's gonna happen? Like, what's your excuse for watching the FIFA World Cup? You a soccer fan now? Like, stop the cap.
You're not
bro.
trying to watch Argentina versus Jamaica in soccer. You're
not.
No. That's
we are
hilarious.
football, basketball, sometimes baseball. Like, it depends, right? But mostly we care about football and basketball, right? But we ain't checking for no FIFA. So that's shout out to y'all.
Right.
But I ain't worried. And then like I can watch, and if Drake does perform, which I'm not hating on that fact. I hope he does get that.
Mm-hmm.
But let's cut the cap on caring about the World Cup. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Y'all wouldn't be able to tell me how many teams in the World Cup, who get there, how do you qualify? Like, y'all wouldn't be able to do none of that.
First of all, I didn't even realize that was the final that we was talking about.
See me? I didn't either.
But it makes sense though.
It does, because it's gonna be like they got group play in soccer. Your round robins and all that to get to the quarters and the semis.
It's pretty much like a big tournament.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
I got it down.
Listen, it's dope that his Drake's name is even floating around to perform at the World Cup final. Like, that's dope.
Like I'm really happy about that, regardless.
But the whole, that being bigger than the Super Bowl, the
true.
performance has to be good though.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be good, and if it's not, we gonna come here and talk about it. I mean, if it's dope, we gonna come here and talk about it too.
Yeah.
But like, let's just wait to see what the performance is. Like,
Yeah.
what is it like? What songs? Like, we'll get to that when we get to it. So let's just leave it at where it's at now. It's crazy.
Yeah, definitely crazy. Let's try this out for size too. Cornell Haynes Jr. was recently on a recent. That's crazy. But no, he was on a episode of Drink Champs.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what happened to Drink Champs, but
Facts.
He was on there and he had something interesting to say about Sexyy Red. Johnny, did you want to pull up the clip or okay? It was
cue that up real quick.
Cue that up.
Let's see what we got here.
What's her name? Sexyy Red. Is that what rap is going through these days?
I think that's what she's going through. No disrespect to any of our great female artists, period. Because I'm a fan. Again, I don't judge. The biggest songs are definitely songs of like sex. Very much. If you mad at anything that's before you or in your face right now, don't get mad at what's in your face right now. Get mad at how it got there. Whole music was cool until a real hoe showed up. Well, where you think it was going? Don't shit on our little sister now because she telling her truth, y'all. Y'all open the door for her to tell her truth. Cause it was cool till a real one showed up. But they say King Von, gangster drill music was cool till a real one showed up. That's just facts.
First of all, what is up with Nori's hair in this? I don't know if you saw that, but that was crazy.
That was nasty.
Okay. My fault. But yeah.
But no, like now that we've heard Cornell Haynes speak, you know what I'm saying, now that he ain't on this MAGA shit right now. Usually I agree with about 75% of the stuff he says, maybe because that's a hometown thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think about those comments?
If I'm being completely honest, I think I agree with him. I agree with what he's saying. Why get mad or why be upset or mad at an artist like Sexyy Red, who seemingly, again, I don't know Sexyy Red personally, I don't know her background, upbringing, none of that, but who seemingly lives her raps, right? So we'll say that she seemingly lives out what she raps about, and we all know Sexyy Red's content. Cool.
Yeah.
But why are we upset with her when that door, like Nelly was saying, that door has been opened for her in the past by elder stateswomen in hip hop? Mm-hmm. When those elder stateswomen may or may not have been fabricating those types of rhymes, right? Mm-hmm. And let's just say that they were fabricated. That left the door open for someone who actually lives that type of lifestyle to come through and make the type of music that Sexyy Red makes, which is why I think a lot of people have gravitated towards her, because it does seem to be authentic.
Yeah. And that's all you want from your artist is to be authentic.
That's
right.
right.
But when it comes to the fake wokeness and hypocrisy that you all have, is quite hilarious, right? For all those, I think what's before the millennials, Gen Xers.
Yeah,
Gen Xers, the ones that y'all was raised on Lil Kim and all that shit, and that was cute then, huh? All right, cool. Foxy, oh, okay. Eve, oh, okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was sex to be sold.
That's
Now, granted, they are extremely better rappers than Sexyy Red. So that's not what I'm here. I'm not here debating the music.
Absolutely.
I'm here debating image and what's being marketed, right? And let's even go to like Nicki Minaj, right? Since she held it down for 10 years and people love to bring that shit up. Once she like faking like she was gay for like 2-3 years in her first three rap, like
I think
first few years of raps,
that,
or at least alluded to it, or like she used sex.
Yeah.
So why when Sexyy Red comes around, it's a problem. And that's the only thing I hated. And the thing is, she does not look the part. That's the other part. I probably said that 1,000,000 times on this podcast.
You saying Sexyy Red doesn't look the I see what you're saying. I got you.
Exactly. She's dark skinned, she got face tats, which are, I don't personally think face tattoos are attractive, but I seen Sexyy Red mama. Oh, okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Personally, I don't think that she's ugly. I just think that she did shit to her face that I'm really not a fan of.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there. But she is dark skinned and she talking about sex and all that stuff. So it's really quick to demonize that when Lotto does the same shit.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna say high yellow. I don't want to get into colorism arguments, but you get my, like, I hope I'm trying to articulate that point. But Lotto is her peer and she literally raps about the same shit.
Yeah.
So I'm confused as to what this is. And then we love to box all our women in this place, right? Well, Rhapsody talking about fucking a married man on her latest album, if you listen to it. All right, cool. If people like bringing up Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill is a rat from New Jersey that was sleeping with a married man too. She got babies by like the Marley nigga that wasn't he married. Like, see, listen, bro, stop playing with me, man. I know music. Like, I'm sorry. It's like it's so hypocritical though.
It is.
And that's why I've always been pro Sexyy Red. because like y'all niggas just be talking out the side of y'all neck with fake hypocrisy, like that fake shit. You don't care about that shit. You don't care about that shit affecting kids because look, we grew up on all that bullshit and look at us.
True. I think the fact that it is authentic from Sexyy Red. I think that's really the main issue because from other artists like Lotto, sometimes that type of content seems forced because Lotto is an exceptional rapper. Like, she has songs where she can go crazy,
now
right?
Listen, I'm not debating the rap.
But no. But see, but I saw the shift in her career from being that dope, like super dope rapper to sex sales. Like, we seen the transition. Like her most recent album, the Sugar Honey Iced Tea, whatever the shit was called, but that album was nothing but like sex.
Yeah. When
the album before that, the 777 joint, she started off the album going crazy.
Well, look at the market that she's trying to dominate, right? Like, she's in the market with Meg, where it's like, I think Meg is clearly the leader of all of them, respectfully.
Yeah.
She gets all the push, she gets all the looks, and Meg make it clap everywhere she goes. You know what I'm saying? And that's very respectful. So if that is the perceived leader, that's kind of like where the majors are pushing these young women to go, which I think is unfortunate. Because I don't think you need sex to sell. Like, we talked about, we talked offline about Glorilla, right? How her glow up should, no pun intended, should be studied.
Absolutely.
But I always thought Glow had something, and now she has gotten her little bit of work done, and you can see like the glow up is there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've always appreciated Glorilla's music because, like Sexyy Red, is authentic to her.
Right. Exactly. And
but they trying to push Glow to be sexy though. Like, you can tell.
Push her to be
sexy, not Sexyy Red. I'm
okay.
Sexy.
Got it. Look.
Like the image is changed. Like, that ain't FNF Glow.
Oh, absolutely.
Like what we looking at on Instagram now? Whoop, baby. Just like Cardi B. The Cardi B is not. That's not the same. That's not even the same person.
Great example. Yes, absolutely.
And nobody cares about Cardi B saying this shit. Like the what?
That's a good point. Is it because of
like nobody was out here saying our kids are listening to this? No, hell no, we won't go. Like nobody was doing that. Nobody was doing that with anybody else. Missy talked about sex, and Missy is not a sex symbol.
I'm trying to fact. That's okay.
Listen,
I got you.
bro.
I hear you.
We can go down
now.
the list.
Saying having this conversation now is really. I'm really trying to understand why this is starting to center around Sexyy Red. Like I don't
I don't
understand.
People love to bring up old school rappers. Okay, MC Light says she wanted a roughneck. I bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can keep doing this.
Listen, I think like Nelly said in the clip, all of the artists, musicians that came before Sexyy Red really left the door open for someone that is authentic in it to just come through and take over, which Sexyy Red did have a very good run of about 2-ish years. She did. So but that door was left open by Meg, by Nicki Minaj, by Foxy Brown, by Lil' Kim, by Adina Howard. Like that door was left open for someone who probably grew up around people that listen to that music.
Exactly.
To grow up in that and start making music on her own.
Yeah. Like I'm not defending like the line of lip gloss and shit she had. Like, that's crazy.
Hey,
but listen,
authentic to the
themselves. I know, but the idea that Sexyy Red is gonna be the downfall of black women is crazy. Like it's gonna be the downfall of black people is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because there have been plenty of options for you to jump on before this. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were stumping on NWA albums back in '88, nigga. We still here. What's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what are we talking about, bro?
Listen, Dr. Dre has a whole Grammy named after him now. So,
man, what?
So
Dr.
Dre. Now, okay, maybe I can see the argument from the perspective of looking in the future. If those artists that came before Sexyy Red left the door open for a Sexyy Red, who is Sexyy Red leaving the door open for in the future?
Well, you know, that's to be continued, right?
Yeah.
But I honestly don't know how it can get any perceived if Sexyy Red is the bottom. I don't know how it can get any lower. Like if that's the premise.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think I think if her raps were a little bit better, and two, if she was a different complexion, we would not be talking about her in this space.
I can feel that. Listen, Glorilla started rapping on beat, and all her music started sounding better.
Ice Spice, she right there. We know one song, and she twerk everywhere she go. She was in the fucking booth with Taylor Swift, and you know we not even Swifties, but we just keeping it. But we just keeping it stacked. How you get that close? No. She had a what was that commercial during the Super Bowl?
Oh, with
Starry.
Was it Brad Pitt?
No, it was a soda. I just remember the soda.
That's crazy.
But listen, bro.
And where's Ice Spice right now?
Trying to get everybody back on her side by twerking. I know, right?
I digress.
All right, I digress. But I like the segue, right? Because we were just talking about how Ice Spice was next to Taylor Swift, who is a musical legend, right?
Yeah.
Now we have this original topic here. Should new artists put in more work before they're allowed to stand next to legends? So I don't know, Johnny. Where you want to how do you want to attack that type of question?
First of all, fire segue.
Okay.
Fire segue. So I saw this clip on the Rory and Mal podcast where they were talking about Doechii.
Yeah.
And how Doechii was performing with Lauryn Hill. Now we all, and I guess we're just going to use Doechii in this conversation, but you know we can bring up whoever else.
Yeah.
Doechii, she just had a hell of a year, right? Alligator Bites Never Heal.
Yep.
Fire Project,
Grammy
which
winner.
she's calling it a mixtape, but Fire Project won at least one Grammy off of it. I think it might have been
in multiple. I'll just say multiple.
Okay, won multiple Grammys off of it. And in 2025, like we've been seeing, like Doechie's everywhere. She's everywhere. Like we just said, she was performing with Lauryn Hill. I just seen her do a video with Will Smith and Tatiana Ali. She's been everywhere. Like with these legends, like it's dope to see, right? But is it too early in Doechie's career for her to really be around legends like this? I'm not really sure which way to lean there, because on one hand it's like, why would it matter, right? At what point in Doechie's career that she gets to have this type of access to Lauryn Hill to be on stage and perform Lauryn Hill songs? Like, why does that matter if Lauryn Hill loves Doechie as an artist, as a person, as whatever, right? Why does it matter? But then on the other hand, it's like she really, like, I understand before the success that we've seen over the last 12 months, I understand that Doechie has put in the work. Like, she told a story about quitting a job, really, making music, putting music out and signing the CDE. Like, I get that. But is that enough to really be around somebody that we herald as having one of the greatest albums of all time? Like, is it enough for her to, to be in that space?
Yeah.
So I don't really know which way to go, because I do kind of see both sides.
Yeah, it's a weird dynamic. I think it's another colorism argument here, but because y'all niggas love hating on dark skinned women, that's crazy. Because I'm gonna use this point, right?
Yeah.
If y'all are hating on Doechie and what she got going, you should have had the same energy for Nicki Minaj. Now listen to me, right? When she came out, the mixtape took off. She was under the thumb of Gucci. Everybody knows this. Her and Gucci cool though, but it's just that's who she was signed to.
Yeah.
Then she gets with Lil Wayne and Young Money, Drake. Okay, everything's rolling, right? But what really put her on, right? The Monsterverse. Why was Nicki Minaj on that song?
Okay. I'm following.
So
I'm following.
She on a song with Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Kanye West. And Kanye West at the height
Facts.
of Kanye.
Facts.
So why is she on the song? She a rookie, and she got the best verse. I think she rapped longer, but nobody had that question then. We was just like, yeah, Nicki, like, you know what I'm saying? And listen, I ain't hating on Nicki Minaj. I don't want them problems, but I'm just making a valid point. Okay, it just looks different now.
Do you think so? Shit, that was what year?
2010.
Okay, so 15 years ago. Do you think because the times are different now, where back then when Nicki got on that song, there weren't any prominent mainstream women rappers at the time?
During Nicki's run, she didn't have any competition, honestly, because Trina, Eve, Missy, all those, they were kind of like on their last legs as far as like mainstream appeal.
Right.
So you got this new rookie coming out of nowhere and people love her. So we go give her the world to work with. And I'm not saying
her being a woman.
And I think the industry kind of helped her out respectfully without putting too much up against that.
So because she didn't have that competition or anybody that she had to really look out for in the industry when it comes to other women artists, do you think that's why there was a lack of, I'm not going to say hate, but a lack of pushback from her, like really entering the industry like that?
Possibly, but let's kind of circle back to Doechie. I just wanted to use that Nicki Minaj point, right?
Okay.
But thinking about Doechie and what we just said about Sexyy Red, you have somebody that's the opposite.
Okay.
That raps better. Like, she doesn't necessarily use sex. From my understanding, she doesn't use that as her selling point of her music.
Right.
So if you have that, why is this a problem? You know what I'm saying?
I don't really know. But again, maybe because she is so young in terms of her career, that it's too soon for her to be in that type of air, I guess.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know what we're supposed to do, because this is the thing. This is a world or industry where cosigns did matter, right?
True.
People, our highest of people have co-signed people, right?
Mhm.
Prince co-signed Lizzo.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But Lizzo, like, forget the antics, forget everything. She is a very talented person.
Oh, absolutely.
So for Prince to put his stamp on something like that, you see it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? As far as like her being able to play the guitar, like, you know, the like she can sing, like, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it. Now, I'm not saying, but I think the counter argument is that Prince didn't do a song with her though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cosigns matter, but
he just, he just spoke about an interview or something.
Yeah,
like,
but I get it, but it's still weird. Like, what's wrong with Doechii being next to Lauryn Hill? Lauryn Hill barely be showing up to concerts, so it's like now we putting Lauryn Hill back on the pedestal again. Like, y'all pick and choose when y'all want to put Lauryn Hill on pedestal. Y'all put her on the pedestal when it comes to like, oh, morality and women in rap. Look at Lauryn Hill, like, you know what I'm saying? And then, oh, look, you know, like, it's like, shut up. Like,
I don't know. Like, honestly, a piece of me does feel like Doechii at least needs to put out an actual album first before she can like really do these types of things. But I understand the fact of, like, we keep using Lauryn Hill because that's the most recent thing that happened. But
yeah,
Lauryn Hill
was
could
on stage with her,
yeah,
so
Lauryn
that's
Hill
why.
could genuinely fool with Doechii as a person, as an artist, and maybe that's Lauryn Hill's way of putting her stamp on Doechii. Come on stage with me, perform this song with me, so more eyes can be on you now. Like, and who am I to say that's not okay? That's wrong. Who am I to say that? I don't know. Listen, I really like Doechii as an artist, and I don't want the success that she's the fast, well, it's not really fast, but the success that she's had over the last 12 months. I don't want that to hinder her artistry. And I think maybe that's where my brain is now.
I think what we as a society have a problem with is an antiquated way of thinking when it comes to like progression, right? If you didn't get it out the mud the way our forefathers or the legends that we love and respect didn't get it, we don't see it for you. And we feel like you don't deserve to be on that stage, even though you did work behind the scenes too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, because we can go down a list of who has done the work, right?
Right.
And I guess because we didn't see it, especially in an age where we're supposed to see every move, we feel like when it comes out of nowhere, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Damn. But the thing is, and I've heard the conversations about her possibly being an industry plant, but hey, you got to stand on it when you got true talent. You know, I can push the button on some bullshit, but if you got real talent, pushing the button I ain't gotta press the button all the way down. Yep. You know what I'm saying? If it's gonna go, it's gonna go. Yep. So I don't know. It's just, I think we're just used to seeing people get it a certain way, and when it doesn't look like that, we try to minimalize what success they have.
You know what? You are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct, and that's something that I think humans just do that.
Yes.
In general. And now I feel bad, and I'm sorry, Doechii.
No. it's like regardless of the industry, right? Because we do this to athletes, we do this to musicians, we do this to everybody.
We do.
Because when we see it, we see them get it in a certain way. It's like, okay, this is the A1, this is the GOAT, they'll never be touched again. So when somebody comes up and does something similar, or they get their GOAT status in a different way, well, they ain't do it like them.
See, and
we do that. We do it.
We do. And I think that's also something that's happening with LeBron James' son as well. Yeah. I think so.
Well, nepotism, but hey, neither here nor there. But let's try this on for size, right? Anthony Mackie. We talking about Anthony Mackie for like what? This is the fourth week.
It gotta be the fourth week,
but it's not about Captain America though. So, but he was on a recent podcast, the Pivot podcast, with Brian Clark, and I forgot my other guy name. But long story short, success is given. not earned. And it was a deep, poignant point that we teach our children. One thing when it's actually the other. I guess Johnny, Johnny, you pull up the clip.
Let me pull this clip up. I can't remember.
Business 24 years, right? And I've seen people go from nothing to the biggest stars in the world. I've seen people go from one role to winning Academy Awards and doing all this shit. And what I realized yesterday thinking about it, we're lying to our kids, dog. And I think that's a big problem in our community. We tell our kids that and this is fresh on my heart. Like I literally just came to this conclusion last night. We tell our kids if they do right and they make the good grades and they go to the programs and they will become successful. If you work hard enough, your work will be paid off. And that's not true. Success is given. It's not earned. Because you can be the most brilliant. If one person don't tap you, each one of y'all, there were people who could hit harder, who could catch better, who could run faster. But somebody said, your business 24 years.
Yeah.
So that's the gist. That's the clip.
Yeah.
That's the quote.
Now you know what's so crazy? That kind of counteracts what the fuck we just talked about. Because it's still in the vein of, right? We talked about somebody that's ultimately talented, ultimately smart, or whatever, right? And if someone decides to push a button on you, you still have to stand on the fact that you are this person.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean you're the best at it. It just means that someone chose this for you. And now he's saying success is given and not earned, which is crazy. Because, I mean, this is coming from somebody that's been in Hollywood for, like you said, 24 years, and he's starting to get his just due. Like, he's been a leading man before. He's starred in film, but to have a blockbuster solely be yours, like, a action film, a Marvel film solely be yours, and he's closer to 50 than we think.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what do you think about, like, somebody that's a proven Hollywood star, despite how you feel about him, right? Or what do you think he ranks? How do you feel about him saying that, though?
I really, like, the core of me really wants to disagree with what he said, right? Because hell, even for us, right, growing up, we were always told you gotta be twice as better to get half of what the other people get, and go to college, get good grades, get a job, like all that kind of stuff. We've been told to work our asses off to get what we want, to be successful. And like, yeah, we can do all the work, we could put in all the time, we could do all the studying, we made all the grade, whatever. But in order for us to really succeed, in order for people to really succeed, something has to be given to you.
Yeah.
Like, you can have the proper quality. You just talked about not getting the part-time job, right?
Yeah.
Like, somebody had to say, hey, I'm gonna give, like, I accept to hire you. I'm going to hire you. Like, it's the same thing in Hollywood, right? And like, Anthony Mackie's been the leading man, but somehow he's gotten from all of that to having a blockbuster Marvel film because he was picked to be the Falcon so many years ago. And they said, you know what? We're going to give you the mantle of Captain America now. Like, I really want to disagree, but I think he's right. I really think he's right.
Well, and I think he's talking about in the sense of what people view and value you and how they're going to allow you to be in this space. But you're talking about an entertainer, right?
Yeah.
Now, granted, real life for us, the 9-to-5ers, people that really got to get it. And I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm just talking about us, right? Yeah, success can be given, but it's like, I don't know. That's a tricky subject, right? So I just want to stick to, like, the the entertainers, right?
Okay.
Because he can talk about, like, I've seen this person and they passed me. I know I've acted my ass off for years, and but Hollywood picks who they want to be the new guys, right? And that could have been a Jonathan Major shot. That could have been Timothy Chalamet. That could have been Mahershala Ali. Like, that could have been a lot of And I hate to put the black actors against each other, but hey, we going against the same roles,
right?
They willingly gave Mahershala Ali Blade. willingly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now he got Academy Awards, but how, you know, is he really a better actor than some, you know, X, Y, and Z?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, because how they act and, you know, it's very subjective, but you can see that he was kind of frustrated with the part. Not the part of the film, but just how Hollywood works. And I think that's where a lot of that came from. Because your race is not their race. And then
Right.
and then, you know, even the films that you think of Anthony Mackie starring in, okay, was he really the star?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Or did his acting performance wow you?
Right. Do you think he's talking from an entertainer's perspective or a black entertainer's perspective? Because now, like, hearing the clip versus us sitting here talking about it, it sounds like he may be talking from a black entertainer's perspective.
Absolutely. But I think I imagine the white people have to deal with this too, because if I'm him and I see Timothy Chalamet get past me, that's crazy. Like, how he get to be in Dune? How he get to be in Dune? That's Zendaya.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how that happen?
Nah, yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't know. Like, and I think in the black roles, they make us hate on each other a little bit more than we would like to, because we all going for the same thing, especially starting off.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. And it's like, how so?
Because I imagine the person that Anthony Mackie beat out to play Papa Doc is probably somewhere mad right now.
Mad as hell. Think whoever that person is, thought he could be on the same path to becoming Captain America.
Yeah.
Like, no.
They called me in for the last one. I would have been there. Shit. I can actually rap. That motherfucker can't rap. It's a nigga in Detroit bad as hell right now.
Bad as hell. What? Your ass was not finna be Captain America. Anyway. That's crazy. As much as I really want to as much as I want to disagree, I think I agree. I think I agree with what he's saying.
We're all, unless you're born with the leg up, somebody got to give that.
It's true.
Because I mean, sometimes you can get a God-given talent, and sometimes they can push you over. But still,
yeah, crazy, man.
I know, insane, man. But last thing before we get out of here, blurred topic, blurred segment. Daredevil Born Again. Episode 3 dropped this past week. Shawty!
My guy.
Hey, man. I finally saw episode 2 clip.
You did?
I saw 2 and 3.
You called up.
Hey! What we got to say about Hell's Kitchen and everything going on over there, man?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Yeah.
Episode 3 was more of just the trial, right?
Yes.
The trial of my guy White Tiger.
Yep.
I can't remember his
spoiler alert if you.
Oh yeah. So I really like the fact, and this is something we kind of got in the Netflix Daredevil, but I like the fact that we're seeing this. We're seeing Matt Murdock, like the lawyer. The lawyer, Matt Murdock, the lawyer. So I love the interactions with him and the judge, like him in the courtroom, defending his client. Like, I really enjoy like the dialogue that goes with all of these court proceedings, right?
Yeah.
What did you think about? I guess I'm kind of jumping ahead here, but what did you think about the outcome of the trial?
It was crazy,
right?
Like that. It was like watching like Law and Order or something. Like I was intrigued, but definitely by the way that episode 2 ended, and then just getting to 3 and how Matt got balls of steel, bro.
Man, what?
As a lawyer, he was pushing this shit in the courtroom. I was like, oh man, this man crazy. But I enjoyed it. One thing I do enjoy, which is a subtle thing, like when his hearing has to like work out of camera.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, that's
fire. I love that. I love that camera shot. But you know what he did for was it White Tiger?
Yes.
Pretty dope, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He had to hey, I gotta put your secret identity out there, my boy. I'm sorry. Like,
before the trial started, he talked to the judge, was like, well, we can't tell them he's White Tiger because that will, sway the jury in a different direction.
Yeah.
And then just pulled it out his ass. It's
like, here you
crazy.
Look. He had the mask on.
But ultimately, that ended up helping end up helping his case, and White Tiger got found not guilty on all charges.
On all charges. And
Matt, that dude, boy.
Yeah, Matt is
that
really
dude.
him. And I can't wait for episode 4 because of the cliffhanger from 3. Now, this is the thing, right? Everybody knows White Tiger now.
Right.
Everybody knows White Tiger now. And you back out on the streets. Maybe you should just kind of lay low for a little.
Matt told him, you can't put this suit back on, right?
And he did it.
And the same, I feel like it was the same night. Like, that's crazy.
It's like, bro, like Matt's still celebrating. Matt, he done popped the cork on some shit. Hold on, I forgot who he's drinking some wine. He's drinking something with somebody.
With the lady that he owned the firm with, I think, right?
Yeah, like his co-counsel.
Yeah,
man,
walking down the street.
Down the street, Frank Castle, or perceived. I don't know. We don't know yet.
Right, we don't know, but
I'm gonna just assume. But you think it's a Punisher copycat? You really think? I mean, well, obviously, if you haven't seen the episode in the episode 3, the White Tiger does get killed.
Yeah,
and it's a headshot. You don't see it coming.
That's first of all,
and then all you see is like the Punisher skull, and it fades to black.
I was mad that he was even in that damn suit, in the White Tiger suit, after Matt told him not to. Second of all, I was mad that he was just casually walking down the damn street, casually, just happy as heck. Like, no. And then for what is perceived to be the Punisher, just to literally just easy, point blank, bam, gone, and just walk off and show half the shirt. I said, I did the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes.
I said, oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah. So if this is our real introduction to Frank Castle on Disney Plus, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Let me ask you this. Do you think they're doing Disney Plus and the showrunners now are doing a good job of keeping the show as entertaining and gritty as it was when it was on Netflix? Or do you see any differences?
Through 3 episodes, I say yes.
Okay.
I do think it has the same level of entertainment.
Yeah.
The only thing that I dislike so far about the Disney Plus version is the CGI and the fight scenes.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I dislike. Remember, it had to be episode 1, but when they were fighting, when Daredevil was fighting the people, it wasn't like it was like CGI. It was really blurred. Like, it was blurred.
Yeah. At least on Netflix, it looked more realistic.
Yeah, it was real fight choreography versus them taking whatever choreography they did have and adding the effects to it.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
But no, I'm totally in agreement. I think that was like, I didn't think they would touch that, but then again, Daredevil's fight sequences didn't even look that good in Echo, if we're being honest.
Okay.
It's about the same.
But they didn't have those Echo fight scenes, didn't have CGI in them either, though.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. I'm thinking more so about the choreography itself.
Got you.
But it was like, it's okay. But like the Netflix was completely better though. But neither here nor there. But we're just talking about what Disney Plus has provided us with the content and what it looks like. I'm way over, like, above average. Like, it's probably like a 7-8. We're in that space right now.
Sure.
Hopefully they keep this up. We got 6 more episodes.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that they keep this up because it's easy. Off of 3 episodes, we ain't talking about too many other Disney Plus shows right now. You know what I'm saying? Off of 3, they might have cooked a lot of these already.
Speaking of, did you finish the Spider-Man joint? Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yes,
I finally finished it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was cool.
I enjoyed it.
Cool.
I enjoyed it. So yeah, man.
But yeah, clearly
we're here.
We ain't have much in the blurb bag this week, but clearly we have reached the end of our docket. Johnny, bro, what you got for him?
If you're on YouTube, we appreciate you for rocking with us this long.
Yep.
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell.
Yep.
We'll catch you next week.
Yes, sir.
If you